Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Game 3, Vici Gaming versus Fnatic in DreamLeague Season 11, aka the Stockholm Major, and Winners Finals. So the winner of this best of 3 will move on to the Grand Finals for this tournament. Should be noted, 1-1 right now, as we are in Game 3 of this best of 3. Both teams very good showings out from both teams. Vici Gaming kind of being in the
Radiant team ban.
command here. I think Fnatic have had a better early game most of the times, but they haven't been able to like snowball it out of control like they'd like to. Though they have played like some late game options, yeah. And I think Fnatic are trying to like draft an early game composition and like try to snowball, but they like Vici Gaming are sticking with like
Fire team
like
ban.
a late game
Radiant
carry,
team's turn to
and they're
ban.
like consistently carrying Paparazzi to the late game, just so that they can have him like do his work. So Fnatic need to find out a way to get past that approach. In all honesty, might require them to change up their strategy or change up their draft here, as we see some pretty typical bans that have occurred this pretty much this whole series. The Pangolier ban showing up in Game 2 after
10
a
seconds
pretty
remaining.
good performance from Ice on the hero in Game 1.
5 seconds remaining.
Oracle being a pretty standard first wave ban, as the
Dire
support
team's turn to
is
ban.
very strong in the lane,
Radiant team's turn
as
to
well as
ban.
enable you to save your carry. Speaking of supports, the Chain ban is also going to come out, as another pretty typical Razor ban comes out too as well. Don't have to really deliberate on these picks too much, as kind of see them across the whole series. So if you're following this series, then you have already heard it all before, and I won't have to bore you guys with the details. We'll see. I want to see big differences in Fnatic's draft, I
10
think.
seconds remaining.
I don't think they have too much freedom to deny a lot of things with their
5
bans,
seconds remaining.
since Vici Gaming have a pretty extensive list of compositions that they can run, as do
Dire
most
team
teams in this
ban.
meta right now, as the Lifestealer ban comes out again from Vici Gaming. Yeah, I think I think Vici are scared of Fnatic's Lifestealer late game comp, since Lifestealer's been like the only late game carry they've been really playing. I think MP has maybe played like Phantom Lancer and Juggernaut, and that is the only two. Potentially PA too. I'm not sure if I've seen it, but mostly
10
those heroes.
seconds
MP being
remaining.
really good on the Lifestealer, so they banned that out. Fnatic should be the
5
response
seconds
troll ban
remaining.
I'd expect it to be, since I don't want to have to deal with that troll, as indicated by the time they banned it in the second game. But we'll see if they decide to do so. I wouldn't really waste too much reserve time here, because Fnatic really need time during their picks to deliberate on what they need to either ban or pick after they've seen elements of Vici Gaming's team composition. So should pull the trigger in the next 5 seconds here. Don't really want to waste too much reserve time.
Radiant team's
Yep,
turn to
as the
pick.
troll ban comes in. Yeah. I might also preface this by
Dire
saying there
team's
is a
turn to
party
pick.
going on downstairs. Me being a college student and all, rooming with some buddies, they are having a party. So apologies if you guys hear any of that, but we'll. Next assassin pick comes in for Vici Gaming. Yeah, I mean pretty typical. I mean it shows up in the earlier parts, and it's been pretty proficient for Fnatic in terms of like establishing vision and
10
providing
seconds
CC.
remaining.
Vici Gaming opting, instead of banning it out,
5 seconds remaining.
recognize it as still like a very influential pick, so they decided to take it away from
Dire
Fnatic
team's turn
as
to
the
pick.
first pick. With the response being the Shadow Shaman from Fnatic. If Vici Gaming take the approach to steal picks from Fnatic, there could be a potential for Fnatic to be at an advantage here, since they most likely are prepared for the counter picks, or for the pick that they've
Radiant
been
team's
using
turn to
so
pick.
often. So we'll see how it goes. But a little bit of a switch up here, as the carry turns out to be Juggernaut now for Fnatic. Fnatic kind of just tired of playing that early game safe lane that can kind of just start fighting as soon as he gets in the mid game. But not really super tired of it. They still have like a carry that can fight in the mid game, but Juggernaut still
10
has the
seconds
option to
remaining.
be a very hard to kill hero,
Radiant team ban.
or hard to fight hero later in the game. That might make it a little better. The Vengeful Spirit coming out again from Vici Gaming. Fade having a... Oh no, that was DY if I remember correctly. DY having a pretty good performance overall. Saving his laners and his teammates a good amount of times with swap, I think. Using it pretty proficiently, I'd say. So that's going to be the support
10
picks for
seconds
Vici
remaining.
Gaming. Fnatic have the support on their
Fire
offline
team
left to
ban.
pick. As the next wave of bans come in, should be mostly offlaners as we've seen in the recent past. As the first Timbersaw ban comes in, or no, not the
Radiant
first one.
team's turn to ban.
They did ban it out last series. Fnatic now opting to ban Terrorblade, kind of wary of that late game Terrorblade from Paparazzi. Just a nod of respect to him. This last game was such a kind of a disappointment for Fnatic there. Did have the opportunity to push in and end the game, but unfortunately we're
Dire team's
outdone by the
turn to
Terrorblade's
ban.
performance. Vici Gaming now opting to ban a Magnus. Funnily enough, that's a pretty good ban here, I'd say. Magnus would be a nice pick in for either position 4 or the offlaner here for Fnatic. Considering these two carries have pretty large amounts of stun, we can expect the tri-lane setup to come sometime during this game
10
for
seconds
Vici Gaming,
remaining.
which will be pretty difficult against a Juggernaut. So I don't know if
5
they'll
seconds
fully commit
remaining.
to it, but you'll definitely see the Nyx Assassin or the Vengeful Spirit roam into the opposite side of the map at some point. That being said, Fnatic are going to take a little time to decide on what they want to ban out here. Unlike last game, or unlike last draft,
Dire
the
team's turn to
offlaners are a
pick.
little more available. So the Lycan ban is going to be decided by Fnatic. That's reasonable. I think they're just trying to take away options from Paparazzi since he's kind of the linchpin for Vici Gaming right now. Like he's their entire late game. Ori helps, but Paparazzi is really the clincher in terms of like DPS and everything they need to commit to a fight.
10 seconds
We'll
remaining.
see how that shapes out, and see if either Fnatic have
5
successfully
seconds
locked out
remaining.
enough of Ori's picks, or if Ori still has another ace up his sleeve. You know, the usual carries still being available. Phantom Assassin, Phantom Lancer, Lifestealer's banned, so that's not
Radiant
available.
team's
Troll
turn
is
to pick.
banned. Ursa is still available too. But yeah, could be another game where Vici Gaming decide to be super aggressive and end things out early. Did see it in the best of 3 against PSG LGD in the previous match where they played a pretty hard fought game, both game 1 and game 2, and then game 3 they just ended the game in 25 minutes, I think.
10 seconds remaining.
And the composition is shaping up to be kind of a snowballing one with the
5
two
seconds remaining.
stuns on the side of Vici Gaming. But Fnatic gonna go with that initial offlane pick with the Brewmaster. That's gonna guarantee for an easier laning phase in the offlane, as well as just being an option where the offlaner can kind of survive by himself if it's just
Dire
against a
team's
safe
turn
lane
to
and
pick.
support. So that enables your position 4 to make some roams out and make some plays happen. As the response pick out is the Necrophos from Vici Gaming. Vici Gaming being pretty sneaky with this Necrophos pick, by the way. Have used it to kind of flex out in pretty much every lane. Like it's available to use in off lane and mid lane most of the time. Mid
10
lane more
seconds
often than
remaining.
not, but they did flex it out to off lane where they picked out the Brood Mother in order to
5 seconds remaining.
counter the pick, the Razor pick I think it was from the enemy mid laner. So a good choice by them there. We'll see how it shapes out in this draft, if it's going to be that sneaky
Radiant team's turn to
Necrophos
pick.
offlane, or if it's going to be the more typical Necrophos mid, as the Grimstroke comes out as a type of counter. A really nice, oh, no. Basically, okay, so yeah. The Grimstroke comes out right away because they wanted Nye, the Grimstroke pick from Vici Gaming. The Soulbind Scythe being really proficient, just
10
allowing you to
seconds
stun
remaining.
2 people at once, as well as like a double swap being potentially dangerous, double
5
magic
seconds
missile,
remaining.
stuff like that. So synergizing really well. So Grimstroke needs to be taken away from BT Gaming here, and it is still a really strong pick in this meta. It's just a niche pick with the heroes. So if your draft kind of suits it, then you can pick it. But other than that, it's not really too well done. But Fnatic really just prioritizing taking it away more so than using it in coordination with their team composition. So that might be a little awkward for Jabs and DJ here. Can expect them to have some issues. But yeah, that's how things are shaping out so far. Kind of waiting to see what the response is from Beach Gaming here. If you're them, you want to deny. Well, I'm not too sure because the Grimstroke pick makes it so that they have a really strong early game.
Dire
with
team
Inkswell.
ban.
And the combo with the Blade Fury.
Medusa.
As the Medusa pick comes in. Okay, yeah, so Vici Gaming were intending for that Necrophos to go offlane. In all likelihood, that Medusa is probably going to go mid. Has potential to go in the safe lane, but they probably want to pick something that's a little more offensive. So, I know the last time they ran something similar to this, Razor was the choice. Or I remember last time a Medusa mid was
10
ran,
seconds
Razor
remaining.
safe lane was the choice. So they might pick something
Radiant
like
team
that.
ban.
Can potentially see maybe something like in Ember, perhaps? Or, you know, you really want something that just runs away from the Juggernaut. Something that can give him space. No, 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 no. You want something that can be aggressive. Yeah, you want something that can set up a tri-lane that's nasty. Where that carry kind of gets out of control. And the PA might be a decent choice here. Um, but the Medusa
10
is your late
seconds
game carry,
remaining.
so you really don't need something like a Phantom Assassin. You really need something that just
5 seconds remaining.
lets you do stuff in the mid game. Like your carry can actually fight in the mid game. So Phantom Lance is probably not the best choice here. Other options include Troll is banned out, so that's not available. Could potentially run like a Faceless Void. Lycan is locked out, so that's not available either. Oh man. Broodmother is available, but that's not great. Uh, what do they want? Morphling. This is it. Morphling. That has to be the pick. Morphling has to be the pick here.
Radiant
As
team's
the
turn
ban
to pick.
from Fnatic turns out to be
Dire
Weaver,
team's turn to pick.
ban turns to be what? The ban is TA from VT Gaming to deny it as the mid pick for Abed. Kind of expecting it to be the Medusa. Or well, everyone knows it's kind of the Medusa, so the Bloodseeker pick comes in from VG Gaming. Bloodseeker can technically be a mid or a safe lane, as can Medusa, so those two are probably going
10
to figure.
seconds remaining.
We're only going to really figure out where the assignments are as soon as the players pick them up.
5 seconds
We'll see what
remaining.
the response is from Fnatic here, as they do also have another 80 seconds to burn with their reserve time here, so some more time to deliberate, decide on things. VG Gaming, for some odd reason, not using their time. Probably just to deny Fnatic from having as much time to talk about it as possible, so that's going to be the choice from them. The Bloodseeker pick is weird. It would have been crazy with the Grimstroke, so it's good that they denied that. But it's also kind of a bait, right? Like, you kind of baited them into picking Grimstroke. I don't know. We'll see how the Grimstroke pick pans out. If it isn't super strong on Fnatic, then we can say for sure that Vici kind of outsmarted Fnatic in the draft here. If that's one of the defining factors of them losing, then you know we can put it on that. But other than that, pretty strong comp from Vici Gaming. They have the Bloodseeker. Yeah, I like it. I was thinking of a carry that can kind of just make it so you can fight
Monkey
constantly.
King.
Choose your hero.
Monkey King is a better one than Bloodseeker potentially, but who knows? As Ori does actually, yep, pick up that Medusa, so it is going to be Medusa mid. With that Bloodseeker in the side lane, Paparazzi going to be partnered together with most likely DY on that Nyx Assassin. So, good potential there for some fight. Vengeful Spirit obviously going to be together with Yang in the off lane. Oh my god, they're singing happy birthday. Sorry. But I'll pause for a quick sec. Alright, they're done. But yeah. Like I said, Viking King, a pretty good aggressive pick. Goes mid lane against the Medusa. But who knows? I'm not sure how that lane's gonna shape out, but MP does pick up the Juggernaut. Ice is obviously gonna go on that. Brewmaster. The tips are pretty the picks are pretty typical here. But yeah, I'm not really sure how this game is gonna shape out. It looks to be that I think Fnatic have the stronger early game. Nah, the Bloodseeker's pretty strong. I think both of them have really strong safe lanes, and the off lanes are super passive. So what's gonna happen is most likely they're just gonna have the regular 2-1-2 setup on both sides to make sure that the off lane gets enough experience and a little bit of gold. Just guarantee that he's safe in the lane until the position 4 decides to roam towards their own safe lane and help out the carry in securing kills. I think that's probably gonna be the approach. 100% from I think it's 100% that Vici Gaming commits us to a strategy like that, since they do have the Bloodseeker safe lane. unless the paparazzi goes mid, but that is most likely going to be the result as we get into game 3 here. Going to be the last game before one of these teams advances to the grand finals, so got to be excited for that. As we take a look at lane assignments here overall, going to get this guy out of the way here. This is a recording of the match, which is already concluded. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to cover live matches, but for now we'll deal with that. As we look at the lane assignments here, yep, going to be exactly what I expected here. Fnatic going to go for the different start here, setting their trio up to the top side again, as MP gets spotted out by the members of Vici Gaming. The ping's going to go out there indicating that they know. As Yang and Fade kind of disguising the fact that DY is together with them could potentially cause MP to be a
30
little
seconds
safer
to
here,
battle.
but both supports here to help him, so they're looking for a kill. Should be Inkswell up. Nah, could potentially also be Stroke of Fate. I think both Inkswell and Stroke of Fate are good, but either shock for the Shadow Shaman is really strange. I mean, Shackle level 1 still holds you for what, 2.5? Yeah, 2.75 seconds, so it's still like a good idea. As the rune spawn, not aware that both teams have just the one person on the bottom side and 3 people on the top side, so
Let's
the
get
exchange is
moving.
actually going to go in advantage of Fnatic here. So Ice manages to scare Paparazzi away. Paparazzi obviously not able to deal with a Brewmaster, has either Drunken Brawler or Thunderclap on him. Yeah, but Bloodseeker not a really good 1v1 right now. But yeah, we'll see how these lanes pan out. Looks like DJ going to make the rotation back to his off laners. So Vici Gaming going to commit to this tri lane early, actually with the Necrophos to potentially look for kills onto MP here, which is pretty intelligent. I mean, you waste Blade Fury once with the Magic Missile, and then you go back in when it's off cooldown, right? Because Magic Missile only 10 seconds, Blade Fury is like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 42 seconds. Okay, so as soon as they commit Magic Missile to try and deny or try to force a spin, we'll see that happen. But yeah, Vici Gaming realizing it's not going to be the tri-lane setup, so they okay, yeah, so they were expecting the tri-lane setup instead of wanting to commit to a tri-lane setup. So they were just doing it as a response. But since that isn't the case, they're just gonna have the regular duo setup here in the lane as DJ manages to zone out Paparazzi a decent deal. Mid lane actually, oh, excitement over on the top lane. However, is Jabs with the Stroke of Fate managing to leave him long enough for the Blade Fury to pick off on Yang. That was surprising. I didn't expect them to get the kill so early. Is DY actually going to get hit with the Stroke of Fate to go with the Impale? Gonna put some damage onto him. Yeah, that lane's gonna be hard. So ooh, Inkswell from Jabs on himself to get the stun off. His MP should have Blade Fury in a quick second, 5 seconds, but the Spike Carapace with a properly timed level up from DY is gonna let him escape there. Salve gonna bring him up to a decent health total. But yeah, this Jug's not gonna really have too much in this lane. Until Avenge comes back, they shouldn't have any two problems. But I don't know if the Avenge will come back because Bloodseeker against Brewmaster is pretty brutal. Who knows? I like Fnatic's comp here though, pretty good overall. But we'll see how it goes through in the team fights. The Brewmaster not really good against the Medusas. Yeah, people on like Vici Gaming's comp has the potential to just kill the Primal Split and really have not too much of an issue to deal with it. But the Wukong's command from the Monkey King, as well as the pressure from the Juggernaut, might be too much for them to like isolate this Primal Split. Who knows? But Fnatic have a pretty aggressive composition. Don't really have any range, whereas ooh, the Shackle's out in Paparazzi, gets immediately interrupted by the Magic Missile. Yeah, that's how the lane's gonna go. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Fnatic have pretty much no range carries, so there's no way for them to like provide consistent damage without having the all-in, I think. And Vici Gaming have a lot of heroes with skills that are sometimes more important than abilities. As the Stroke of Fate goes out in Yang, the Inkswell gonna try to put Jabs out of range as he just uses it to stun up DY. Spike Carapace gonna kind of layer onto the stun, but really just not do much for himself as he gets stunned up anyways. Yang gonna get his salve interrupted, unfortunately, by Jabs here. There's excitement in the bottom lane. Fade goes down. Could potentially be more pressure here from Ice, but it's just a quick trade out with the Shackles. Yeah, Fnatic definitely have the aggressive advantage here in the lanes. Abed obviously gonna have more pressure than Ori, but Ori gonna be pretty safe, being able to use Mystic Stakes most of the time to gather farm. Yeah, Abed's a hero who doesn't really rely on mana, so even if he does get hit by the snakes, then I mean obviously it still does damage, but it's still nice to get him out as DY. Getting hit with the Blade Fury again, gonna have a couple hits left. Yep, as MP finishes off that kill. Yang gonna look for the Death Pulse kill as it does come up. Jab's just really gonna go for the auto attacks here. You could have been able to deny yourself. I don't know why you didn't just try and walk towards the camp. Who knows? Well, that's gonna be the death from him. As unfortunate for him, though, as they go for the jump out onto Ice Ice Ice. He's going to get hit by the Blood Right Magic Missile combo, but that's not really going to do too much in him, as just Drunken Brawler is going to let him escape. Ori possibly going to be in trouble here as DJ's coming up for this gank middle, coming up through the tree line. Abed going to try and advance and get some pressure, but really they need the right timing here as the Mystic Stakes dodged by a nice decoy from DJ. Did he spot him here? Ori's walking in the trees here in just a quick second. Should be able to spot DJ, but he's in the tree line. An excellent hiding spot for him. So we'll see how that shapes down. Just a second, actually, as DJ finds the manage to pull the trigger just as I leave the camera. Abed going to be able to get a quick Jingu Mastery up. Not much mana left for Ori to use Mana Shield, and the Crush Battling Strike is going to pick up that kill for him. So a nice kill from the Monkey King, really what he needed in order to establish his dominance in this laning phase. As Paparazzi going to claim that Bounty Rune, potentially a bit of trouble here as Draken Brawler is activated. The man go out from DJ to get the shackles off. The turnaround is there on a DJ, potentially. The TP going to come out immediately in order to guarantee his safety, but it's going to be cancelled, so he's fine there. Meanwhile, taking a look at the lanes itself, MP is still doing pretty strong overall. Fnatic obviously in a pretty good solid lead here. Their laners being above their counterparts for the most part. Ice 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 just a little farther down than Yang, but not too much. As we take a look at the game, 1k lead gold out for Fnatic right now is MP. Still trying to get a kill out. DY gonna sit in the trees in order to spot that and prevent it from happening. So things are looking a little better for VG's offlane here. It's Paparazzi living the poor life here actually. 19 last hits to 20 for Ice Ice Ice. 22 actually. I don't know. We'll see how they do in a couple minutes from now as Nethworth looking pretty convincing for Fnatic. Still in the gold lead overall. As they're kind of in the favor of dealing with they kind of favored for being able to farm later in the game, right? Vici Gaming are. I mean, it's like the Necrophos is always gonna be able to farm consistently as MP actually gonna be able to do it a lot of damage with the Blade Classes, get Blade Fury out. Ghost Shroud should be available for Yang here. He does manage to pop it. The Wraith, however, gonna silence him. As Paparazzi going for like an aggressive play on a DJ, managed to pick up that kill together with DY on the bottom line. As the response field comes out, MP gonna be finally able to pick up that kill on the kill onto Yang. So respective trade. Advantage of Fnatic there because they got the offlaner instead of the position for support. But I mean that also lets Paparazzi stabilize a little bit. Looks like they are keeping Fade down here and DY in the area. Just provides some support. Yeah, they're trying to drag. I think they're trying to drag Jabs away with this tri lane setup. They're trying to bring him down over here so that the Necrophos can have an easier time. But he's just gonna be able to sit down here and do fine by himself. Ice 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 really isn't in any danger. DJ's really the one that has the issues, I think, overall. Like, unless Rupture comes in soon, which is actually available for Paparazzi in low level, could be in a bit of trouble. But Fade in the tree line here does get spotted by Ice Ice Ice. Pings out onto him. Thunderclap gonna go onto him as DJ gets that other shock. 2 crits from the Drunken Brawler is able to lock him down. As the Impale Blood Right combo does go on to DJ. Hex is there though on a Paparazzi who does have Thirst. And manages to pick up that kill with his Blood Rage. So trade off for supports. Not really going the way of either team. Pretty even overall. So a nice interaction though. Good of Ice 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 to check the side shot there. But yeah, looks like slightly missing on the pull there from Fade, but nothing too much else happening around the map. Take a look at mid here as Abed, most net worth on the game right now. 10 last hits ahead of anyone else. So he's doing pretty well for himself. Looks like the Medusa is kind of shifted out. It's the TP going to the bottom lane. Top lane, Omni Slash going out on Yang as Blade Fury comes out almost immediately. Ghost Shot to try and protect himself, but it's not going to be enough as MP picks up that kill. Another TP going to come in and try and help DY here, but he gets cleaned up as well. Both members of Vici Gaming going to take a solid death there as the gold gap widens to 2k. See, this is pretty typical Fnatic right now. We're going to have to see how they transition this lead into pressuring the carries though, because need to make sure our Paparazzi doesn't get his farm. It's a pivotal time for him as he's about to pick up his Rupture, so could potentially see a bout of aggression here. As Paparazzi, yeah, 1 minion away from Rupture here, so if he does manage to get it, as the Primal Split is activated from Ice, Slice denied that here. Gonna go on to the kill on the Paparazzi as the Blood Right is activated. The Earth Spirit gonna be able to get that stun off as he is imagining he gets another stun off again. Storm Spirit trying to keep the Necrophos out of the fight and try to secure that kill onto Paparazzi, but the Bear is not, unfortunately, able to collect it. The Primal Split is over as the Soul Bind comes down to 2 members. Wraith going to silence both up. Could potentially just be a bad situation for the both of them as Paparazzi trades his life off for Fades. Possibly also Yang's here in a second too as his silence goes off. A TP out, however, from Ori to potentially help out is cancelled by Abed here with his Boundless Strike, so Yang still in a potential bit of trouble here as the supports of Vici Gaming are coming back up. They should be able to TP in time to help him out if they do need to, but DY is top. Fade going to be the only one to help him out, but he doesn't have TP. No, he has TP. Okay, so, yep. Fnatic making the right play and respecting that as MP sitting up on the higher ground here, preventing his bounty run from getting stolen. As Fnatic in a position to get all 3, if I remember, all 4. Yep, there it goes. Haste rune out from the Monkey King, disguised as an invis rune, looking pretty hot there. She soars across the map, potentially looking for a play, not going to get detected here into the jungle as Paparazzi does have Rupture available. Could be a big fight about to happen. Ice doesn't have his Primal Split, but the Boundless Strike with that Inkswell combo should be enough to lock down Paparazzi. That's going to be the kill they need onto the safe lane carry, and a nice play out from Fnatic, widening their lead to another 2k. Yeah, Paparazzi is going to be the one to pressure here. The Medusa is what you need to pressure later in the game. As Ori really just looking for a couple camps on the side here with his split shot. Not much else he can do. Can't really lane really properly against the Monkey King. As DJ pump fakes the Shock to bait out the Spike Carapace. Yang feeling a little less pressure now, but about to feel even more as MP returns back with his excursion. The silence not being able to prevent the Omni Slash from going down. As Blade Fury should be able to pick up Yang here. Yang actually still at 100 HP, does have Fairy Fire as well. Could commit to a TP if his Ghost Shroud comes up in a couple seconds here. Never mind, it's 15 seconds out. As the Struck of Fate from Jabs picks that up. Meanwhile, bottom lane, see how the respective side of the map's doing. Oh, not so well. So things might be a little problematic here. So Abed looking in the jungle here for picking up some stacks. TP, however, as DY actually gets his lockdown with the Impale. The Magic Missile is going to be there along with the Rupture lockout. Abed tries to dodge it with the decoy, but he's dead. Yeah, a little bit of an overextension there from the Monkey King, but that's going to be it. I will. I just gotta finish this up. So. I'll be on a quick bit. You Gucci. I got you. But yeah, I'll probably be joining that party hopefully in a bit. Overall, game's looking pretty good for Fnatic here. 4-11 on the scoreboard, 4k heading gold. Really all they need to do is continue pressuring with that Monkey King. Need Abed to come back out into the enemy jungle here and deny as much farm as they can. Like, it's the best opportune time for you to press your advantage. This Medusa is completely useless except for Stone Gaze. And the rest of the team is useless too. You have Primal Split up as well. A smoke being activated from 2 members of Fnatic. Looks like they think Ice, and Jabs are all they need is cure a kill. That's potentially dangerous here as advancing the jungle, realizing all the camps have already been taken. So they are looking for the position mid as 2 members of Fnatic are also mid lane, potentially collapsing onto here, unaware that DY is in the area with Vendetta to prevent that initiation, as well as 2 other members. Paparazzi and Fade together as the Soulbind comes down to 2 members. Primal split together. The Serpent Ward's going to lock down 2 members, but the Blood Right's there to cancel the shackles. Not before these 2 kills are picked up. DY and Ori going to go down pretty cleanly, as Yang, the next to be in line for danger, as the Ghost Shroud is popped. Slow going to come out together with the Hex, as the Storm Panda does lock down the Vengeful Spirit. Yang going to get picked up on the side too, as Ice is potentially looking for another kill, but instead Fnatic decide to continue the push into the mid tower. Oh boy, another 3 kills over to Fnatic in favor. Wow.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
That's crazy.
Regeneration.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Not too sure how we're going to be doing this, but Fnatic should just keep pressuring, right? Like, Primal Split is down. Primal Split is down, as is Wukong's command. I'm not too sure. Soulbind is down as well. Is DY actually with Vendetta trying to push on to DJ here, trying to get a quick kill before Ice can respond. Yeah, he's just going to be able to get out with his life, make a quick TP out, as DJ is the sacrifice in that moment. Meanwhile, MP going for some top lane pressure. Doesn't see the Necropost here, who is storming the jungle. Oh no, it's actually Ori, so Ori in the jungle right now.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
He's going to be the one covering waves mostly now, I think, as Yang is probably going to be middle to help support his bottom lane. Making sure they still have jungle pressure. We're just going to make it harder for the Medusa, as the ping's out from Fnatic to show where he is. Or just like let them know. Like let everyone in Fnatic know, hey, the Medusa's farming this side of the jungle. Let them know in advance before they decide to commit to another play here. As we see TP out to the bottom lane. DJ returning back to his respectful position. As the bounty runes are pretty much traded evenly. 1 bounty rune all on his lonesome. Not getting picked up, unfortunately. No side realizing that the other hasn't picked it up as DY. Actually gonna get jumped on by DJ and Ice. Is that a blink? Nope, just a Netherlands engaged. Nice long range shackle there as the pings go out in the mid. The Soulbind coming out onto Ori. This could be a very influential kill as Wukong's command keeps him slow to get with the Ink Swell from Jabs. Secure that kill. Pretty important kill there as the man looking for an ultimate orb loses a good amount of gold. Yep. And all it needs now is for Fnatic to move into this bottom lane here, grab these towers, and it should be good to go. Oh boy, I really hope they do make it in here. This would be so nice if they do.
Just as much help as bottom.
Like, I'm so excited that Fnatic are doing so well right now. It's just so cool. See Abed doing well. Like a mid player who should have a lot of confidence, but in a lot of cases gets outshone by some of the more dominant teams. I know, it's nice to see, but members of Vici Gaming are all in the mid lane. So Fnatic really just using the Serpent Wards to pick up this bottom tier 2. Now looking for the rotation into the mid lane to try and get a pick. But, ooh, DY actually gets spotted in this ward here. The Diffusal Blade to slow him down. Spike Carapace try and get his escape out, but it's going to be there. Actually, the swap from Fade to get him to safety. Stroke of Fate's going to miss. Vengeful Spirit's going to be the target of the Wrath now, as Abed doesn't have anything to follow up, and Vici Gaming, nice escape there for the support, managing to minimize their losses to 0. Oh god, that's so sad. The bounty rune all by his lonesome finally gets picked up by DY. The double damage rune, however, in the river, not getting picked up by anyone. They don't have vision in the river. Yeah, Fnatic, a little unsuccessful with that. The Soulbind is coming up now, though, so another potential for a fight here if they do opt to do so. But instead, Fnatic are looking to make a collapse here onto DY. Does manage to get his Vendetta off. Dust does not tag him. Oh, does tag him, so slight danger there. Does come in as TP to cancel the Vendetta, so Vendetta is going to be down for another 60 seconds. But other than that, Vici Gaming managed to stay pretty safe here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom. Radiant's top tower has looked better. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I haven't really talked about too much, but sorry, I was lost in thought. I was thinking, if Fnatic continue their lead here, how are they gonna win?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Because Medusa's gonna come online event. No, I'm just confused as to how Vici Gaming turned this around. Like, they've constantly been able to turn it around thanks to their like card carry having a good amount of strength and being able to be just so disruptive that it catches the opponents off guard, and that it gives time for the carry to do its work. Which is also coupled with like BKB power spikes and such, but I don't think you have time to afford that BKB power spike. Nope, he doesn't even have Manta yet, and they've already collected Aegis. Aegis going to go obviously to Abed in this situation. Monkey King going to be a little more aggressive than the Juggernaut here, I suppose. As yeah, the drums diffuser build from MP going to be a lot more aggressive as a Juggernaut, as he should be with all the kills in that lane. Ooh, nice choice from Ice to get a quick Midas there. Allow him to get as much gold as he can as the smoke from Fnatic is there in the middle lane to try and catch someone out here possibly. Bloodright though, going to be the one to push the wave back as the Fortifier is committed.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Not sure why the Fortifier was committed other than to oh no, it was for top lane I think mostly because Ice got a good chunk of damage on the top tier too. Pings out, however, coming for Fnatic to collapse onto the bottom lane here. Yang and DY in a bit of trouble as Jab spots them out. The Impale going to stop the cancel onto Yang as this Hex actually never mind cancel his TP. Omni Slash going to pick him up as Shackle locks him down. Inkswell is going to lock DY down as well. That's going to be another kill to lead Fnatic. 2 kills in favor of them. 9k gold lead now. As things looking worse and worse for Vici Gaming here, not really putting up too much of a fight, but they are playing to the win conditions, waiting for this Medusa. This Medusa, however, going for a butterfly instead of a BKB. So, like, what do you get hit by? Boundless Strike doesn't go through. Oh, it's physical. Okay, so it does go through. So, Boundless Strike, Soulbind, Omni Slash, Wukong's Command all go through PKB. Primal Split does not. Blade Fury does not. The silences and CC from these two supports do not. So I don't know. I mean, I guess Paparazzi is just expecting something to be the back of the fight as the Impale onto Ice here to try and lock him out. But the Soulbind is there on the 2 members. Inkswell going to be allowing him to stun up DY. Fade replaces himself with Paparazzi, enable his safety, but the Stone Gaze is out from all members. Oh no, timely Spike Carapace to stun up Abed and lock him into the Stone Gaze as he does manage to dodge out the Blood Right. Serpent Ward's going to lock the Medusa in as he does get finished off together with that Primal Split. Fade on the backside here together with DJ. Most likely going to be the first to go down next as he does get picked up. Abed also going to be picked up the offlaner Yang too. Only carry left is Paparazzi here, who should get locked down by the Boundless Strike. MP gonna come in with his Diffusal Blade, and oh, nice swap from Fade. Save his carry there. But now he's in a bit of trouble. Doesn't have buyback gold, or anything for that matter, as Vici Gaming in a very precarious spot. 4-man, 4 people down, in favor of nothing. Like, right, they straight away nothing for that. What are they doing? I don't know. But Vici Gaming trying. I mean, they went for a very interesting comp here. It's just I think Fnatic picked a better comp that had both early game and late game tendencies. As a Impale Bloodright combo actually goes down on MP. That's gonna be a slice too to lock him down. He's dead. Abed, the one with the Aegis, actually, is his Aegis gets popped down now. Jab's gonna try to secure his teammate getting away safely. Is Abed trying to go for the tree dance, gets it canceled though as he goes for the Wukong command. Potentially trying to fight this out though. As he does manage to get Jingu, Bloodright though, together with that Magic Missile, gonna lock him down long enough for Ori to pick up that kill though. 5 times mega kill streak. Going the way of Ori. That's not good. As Gold Swing, not looking too bad. Still at a 10k lead for Fnatic, but they really need to continue this pressure, continue getting kills. It's just a misstep. Like, if you have that many people gone, why aren't you just out of there? I don't know. It was an initiation at an improper time too. Like the Impale from DY was nice to set up for the Blood Right. But I just feel like MP should have been a little more careful there, letting Abed take the front line. But who knows? Not sure exactly what their motives are. Scan comes out in the bottom lane. Paparazzi notices it, makes a quick escape here. Ice is gonna find him in the trees right as he TPs away. So that's gonna be that. Yeah, Ice being the initiator only really lacks CC. The CC is available in the Shadow Shaman and the Grimstroke, kind of. But yeah, really not too many hard crowd controlling abilities here for Fnatic. which might be very troublesome against this Medusa later in the game. Vici Gaming really relying entirely on the top section of the map to pick up farm. Like, this entire section is where they've been farming this whole game, I think. Fnatic have just opted to continue pressure on the bottom lane, which is cool. But the TPs are going to come back as Fnatic smoke up, get the immediate pop of the smoke out onto Jabs, as well as MP. Both members stun up as the Primal Split comes down with the double soul bind onto Yang and Fade. Potentially dangerous here as the Serpent Wards come down. Stormbear going to lock the Medusa out of the fight for a moment here, as MP commits his spin in order to dodge the blood right. The Serpent Wards coming down and pressuring the melee Rex as much as he can. As a long-range shackle hits paparazzi. Omni Slash coming down from MP. Wukong Command 2 as well goes out on the Yang. Yang could potentially be in trouble here as the Wukong Command gets swapped out, and Abed is in a bit of trouble now too, as Fnatic make a misstep here. The carries are too far up as the rest of Vici Gaming here using swap to their advantage and locking things down. Zoning out the rest of Fnatic with the blood right makes them unable to respond. That's dumb. But they do sacrifice their life for that melee Rex, so that is a trade out for them. But that does also give a high potential for Vici Gaming to come back in this game, so excuse me. Hopefully not too bad for them, as Vici Gaming potentially staging a comeback at this stage in the game. This is about the timing that they want to start trying to return some fire here. Is an intense game coming out from both sides. One moment please, as I take a quick pause on this video. So my apologies for that, just had to take a quick call. Since I'm using and very unfamiliar with recording software, it just requires me to make a pause on the game. So we'll get right back into it though, as DY potentially trying to find Ice here in the trees in the top lane. As the rest of the members of Fnatic converging into this bottom side of the jungle here. Again, looking to try and stage a push, potentially looking for someone here in the jungle, but their real goal is most likely the shrine here. Roshan is up in about 2 or 3 minutes, I think, so it's a good timing going on the opposite side of the map where Roshan isn't, to establish pressure and force the other team to react. So Vici Gaming, you already see 3 members leaving the top side. That's just because, like, you know, like, you can't really afford to be in that position and have to commit all your CPs just for the chance that someone might be pushing bottom lane. Don't know, but if they do stay in that area, then they'd only be able to send one to cover, which is potential for Fnatic to get the pick off on him and then secure barracks and potentially another lane of Rex, as the pings out from Abed indicating the movement in the jungle here. It looks like Fnatic are planning to make a push up into the high ground on the top side of the Radiant jungle by their shrine. But a lot of members of Fnatic getting exposed at the middle lane, since the wave did come up in time to spot them. Waiting really for Ice as they should smoke up here, out of vision. Should be out of vision here. Never mind, not smoking out, just going for the blink initiation up onto the high ground across the river. Mostly just securing Roshan.
Nothing will stand in my way.
No, they're really securing mid pressure. Roshan hasn't been really warded down yet, as the ward from nice word from Vici Gaming managing to spot out members of Fnatic as the smoke is finally committed. Looks like they did actually notice MP going into the smoke if they were watching on that ward. So, not sure if Vici Gaming know or not. But the pings are out into the ward spot in order to make sure that there's no vision there. There is none, so Fnatic will still remain in smoke distance as DJ gets his smoke pop from the low ground, indicating that there might be some Vici Gaming members here. Could potentially be the Nyx Assassin sneaking past the Sentry Ward, so Fnatic have to play carefully around that. Ice does have a smoke, so it doesn't get popped on pass through, so there isn't an enemy here. And Vici Gaming get the priority mid towards the tower as Fnatic get that bottom or that top side shrine. Abed gonna be in the tree dance here, trying to potentially make a cutoff play against members of Vici Gaming, but they're going to continue the push. Aubin instead going to opt to use his tree dance to pull the wave back. As the Blink Primal Split comes out immediately, start the fight. Onto an inopportune person, but the Ahri is in a bad position, gets hit by the Earth Bear, gets also in a shackle landed on a BKB along with Wukong's command coming in by Abed with the Blound Strike's going to get hit down immediately. Ahri's down for the rest of the fight here. Does have buyback potentially, but looks like Vici Gaming are really just trying to make their escape. Unfortunately for them, Fate's going to be the next casualty for him. Yang going to fortunately make his way out of there, as the Serpent Wards were indeed committed for that Medusa kill. More than worth it, I'd say, but now they really need to start to get some kills in these on these towers here. So, need to break mid-Rex. Obviously going to have to force the buyback here from Vici Gaming. Medusa should most likely buy back. Nope, never mind. Instead, Fnatic are off for the Roshan while the Medusa is dead. Forcing Medusa and Vici Gaming to either let it go or make a commitment to fighting at it. Looks like Vici Gaming are going to opt to push bottom instead. Try to get a bottom push going while they do that Roshan, but it's already half gone, so... I mean, the bottom push makes it so that Fnatic have to react to the map, and, yep. Yeah, now Fnatic know that Vici Gaming have the vision, so they're going to have to play a little carefully for the steal. Ice positioning around the other side of the pit, just in case, as well as the Stroke of Fate on the high ground. Deny any quick blinks in or jumps in from anyone. The Roshan gets picked up for the Dire. Abed going to be the one to pick up the Aegis again, surprisingly, being the one in the front despite the Juggernaut kind of having a kind of dominant position. But the Monkey King is going to be in with the Wukong's command, so Ray should just commit that to zone out the tower and go for the tier 3, right? Like, I mean, if you put Serpent Wards like right here on the side or something, and then Wukong's command like this whole area, it covers like about up to like here, if I remember correctly, right up to the racks. About the same size of Blood Right, if I remember correctly. Which is pretty decent as a counter. I'm not saying the Bloodseeker was a good pick right now. It's not really doing too well overall. But, yeah. Fnatic in a dominant position right now, have control over the entire side of the map. But Vici Gaming have been in this situation before and can get out of it again if they bide their time. The Medusa looking pretty healthy here. Highest net worth in the game. Not far behind from the Monkey King, though. So, smoke gets popped actually from DJ. DY gonna get dusted out, but he's gonna blink out there before he gets hexed. Nice reaction from him, as he was in a spot of danger there. Fnatic a little slow to pull the triggers. DJ not aware that his smoke was popped immediately. But, yeah, I mean, like, what are Fnatic so scared of? I'm not too sure. I just don't think they need to pay respect as much as this if they, like, wait out the blood rate and then just go in after that. It doesn't really make sense. But who knows? Could potentially be the right play here, as Vici Gaming advancing with the smoke to remove the vision on the ward spot are successful and decide to back off afterwards. Not sure why Fnatic didn't jump on that either. I mean, like Paparazzi was covering the mid wave, right? Or he was doing something. I don't know. Someone was bottom, maybe. But I mean, that would have been a good choke point to jump on them, right? Like, get a good stroke of fade in to slow people down. Nice ink swell together with your Monkey King, who has a double damage. Yo, go. Please, Fnatic, go now. This is the only reason Vici Gaming aren't trying to pull the trigger on anyone, is because Abed has that double damage, which is about to expire. So, not going to be useful here in the next fight, as he should just tree dance up and use Wukong's command to go in. But the blink instantly with the BKB from Ice is going to start that fight. Blood Right actually going to hit 3 minutes. Fnatic to zone them off. The final spit finally goes off as the Omni Slash. A little ineffective as it hits the Necrophos only. Blade Fury to come out as Paparazzi hits his BKB, tries to go for the backline, jabs in a bit of trouble here as the Scythe actually comes down to MP. He gets locked down immediately. He's out. Abed, the one with the Aegis, is still at full health, and Ice with the Primal Split still has a large duration left, and he gets killed during the Primal Split. The Wukong's command going to come out for Abed. He does get swapped into the danger here. Jingu Master going to keep him alive a little longer, but that Medusa, if it stays on him, is going to be really dangerous. Ghost Shroud available from Yang to keep him alive as Jabs finally gets picked up. Abed going to be the next target of Vici Gaming's Wrath, as he gets a nice decoy to get the tree dance onto the tree, but now he's locked up by all 5 members of Vici Gaming. The Magic Missile going to lock that down. Secure the kills. Fnatic have a really terrible fight. Really terrible fight. Oh god, really terrible fight. That is a huge throw. Like, why do they have to fight on the high ground? It doesn't make sense. Every time you fight on high ground, you get zoned off by the Bloodseeker. Like, Paparazzi's entire job is to just sit there, BKB, Blood Ray, and jump onto the nearest squishy person he can find. And DJ and Jabs can do nothing about it. So Abed has to sit back and try to help them, but MP got mispositioned both with his Omni Slash and kind of able to swap too, I think. So that put him in a very unfavorable position. Not sure why he committed Omni Slash in the middle of a minion wave, but it does happen. I also don't like if MP pulls the trigger a little slower and goes on in after the if he goes in after the Promise Split comes off immediately, then there's potential, I think, to pull the trigger a little better. Abed needs to come in too with the Wukong's command. I think the Wukong's command being in there is the biggest contributor to zoning out the fight, but the swap from Fade is pretty prompt whenever they do need to do that, or whenever they do need to take Abed out of the ring, so... Might need to kill that Venge first, I think, honestly. Like, the Venge is the only reason you're not getting these kills immediately, right? Swap out from the Primal Split Blink introduction or initiation. Yeah, Ori's a pretty strong contender now. Has his level 20 talent with the -4 Mystic Stakes, and that's going to let him pick up waves a little faster. As all 5 members of Vici Gaming in here on the mid lane, potentially looking for a pick on someone trying to pick up the wave, but all members of Fnatic are still staying in this top side jungle, which give Vici Gaming a little more freedom in the bottom side jungle. I mean, they like Vici Gaming can literally make a pass right straight up to here, right, without too much trouble. But Fnatic have also made rotations using smoke to cut people off that way, so I can see why they're a little hesitant. But Vendetta is going to come out with the immediate hex out, actually onto DY or Fade. This might be a favorable situation as BKB bind from DJ goes out on DY. BKB committed from DJ though is Abed trying to go in, kicks the kill on the Fade. Primal Split gets committed here. Storm Panda out actually on the Medusa, but everyone of Fnatic's backing off. Why? Why? Pings out from the from Fade here to indicate where the enemies are. Fnatic make their way out of the fight. Picks up a haste rune from DJ. Primal Split was still half the duration. Omni Slash not available, but Wukong's command is, as is the cheese on Abed. MP does have like why? You're just extending the game, right? Like I don't know. DJ committed snakes though, and he had BKB. So, I mean, it makes sense that they left afterwards just because the snakes are down. But it doesn't make sense that the Ori is picked up in a tornado and you're not going to try and jump on him, you know? Like, at least force the 10-second BKB. It's just annoying if you don't. It's Paparazzi potentially being in a bad situation here. DJ does have a blink initiation ready, but doesn't have his BKB. He has it in 4 seconds, potentially maybe waiting just for it to come up. You already get the shackle down, but the rest of Vici Gaming are making themselves known, so DJ not really going to be too willing to pull the trigger with so many members of Fnatic spread out, as Ice is the one to go to the bottom and pick up those banner runes. Another advantage to them, giving them more gold in this game, but Vici Gaming still have access to portions of the jungles and lane, so they're farming like still like some form of safety. Fnatic are just like, what are you doing? What is this? Why? Why are you here? Why? I don't know. Maybe Fnatic they need some sort of like power spike. There's a diffusal blade. Monkey King's going for... Okay, yeah, they need the MKB if they want to be able to hit the Medusa as a butterfly now, but MP does not have BKB. He's going for it next instead of the Monkey King bar, so that might be an issue too. As Vici Gaming potentially looking for someone in mid. Abed, closest one, but not really in any danger, so he's going to get out of there safely. Yeah, Abed with the MKB is going to be what they need, I think. But yeah, what else can you say? Fnatic are just not willing to fight, and it may be because Vici Gaming have reached a power spike that is pretty dangerous, which is this Medusa with their BKB butterfly power spike, but it's just going to get worse the longer you wait, and you can't afford to wait for your items if this Medusa farms faster than you. He went from 15k dead even with the Monkey King to 20k and a 2k difference in the Monkey King. Like, that's just how fast he's able to farm, and you just need to be able to take advantage of the time that he's not farming. Specifically right now, we need to go on Ori, maybe Soulbind or Primal Split. Primal Split is committed by Ice, however Ori does immediately use his BKB to deny the CC. Serpent Ward is actually out on the back line together with Soulbind here. Wukong's command going to go out, big fight here as the Stone Gaze gets committed by Ori, locks down DJ, he does manage to pick up the kill. Jabs also manages to go down as the Primal Split does not find his mark as MP in a bad situation gets Scythe finally. by the rest of Vici Gaming, who no longer have a target to hit other than him. As Abed with the buybacks from all members of Fnatic are looking for a turnaround here, possibly on Ori. No longer Stone Gaze. Jab's going to go down again. That's a dieback. Paparazzi looking in the backline with a BKB. Picks up another kill onto the support. DJ and Jabs both without buyback now. Vici Gaming's Ori looking really low. Ice, however, does not have any other way to save himself as she gets committed by Abed. Omni Slash finally coming down for DY, but it doesn't, or for MP, but it does no damage. It doesn't kill anyone. No Mjolnir, no anything to proc the Omni Slash, so it's not going to be as efficient as it needs to be as Abed and MP working their way out of the fight here. I guess that's what they were afraid of. They were afraid of just never hitting Paparazzi and then not killing him. As BK gets coming in from Abed, Diffusal Blade out on the Paparazzi to try and knock him down. As Jingu Mastery not going to be enough to finish him off. Abed a little too low to continue the fight here as he gets chased with the decoy, finishes him off. No buybacks available from Fnatic. That might be the GG call there, with the tier 2 tower still available. High ground going to get pressed now as Fnatic are in dire straits. A huge gold swing from Vici Gaming. For a solid 8k lead down to 4k in their favor now. Oh man, Fnatic, why? Fnatic just have no way dealing with Medusa. That's kind of the fault that the Juggernaut built a fighting build when he's playing playing with a Monkey King, who was also pretty much going the same identical build. I don't know. It's like a mid-game decent build as Yang buys Desto to try and finish the game off early. Yep, no members of Fnatic are able to respond. Soulblind comes out. GG call is going to go out in a pretty disappointing game 3. What the I don't know. Why are these game 3 so sad? That was really weird. VG Gaming were completely on the back foot the entire time, but still managed to win 2 fights at the end and win the game because they played to the late game win condition of the Medusa. And the Bloodseeker did nothing all game, but Fnatic are content sitting around for 25 minutes or something like that. Just 25 to 30 minutes of just not doing anything. You know, taking towers, getting kills, killing supports. That's cool. You even got the kill on the carry too, but like they just didn't push. Like there's so many times where Fnatic were just so hesitant to continue just because of like the one time they went up on a high ground after they won a fight and then got turned around on. Like why? At least force a buyback or something before you back, but might be some issues there that Fnatic have to finish and iron out. But we'll see. As always, that's going to be game 3. VG Gaming advancing now to our grand finals. We'll see how Fnatic do in the losers finals. Not sure if I want to just capture the final. It'll probably just be the losers finals and then straight the grand finals because I don't want to do that losers match. I think it's too far gone. So I just want to get all 3 games out of the way. So we'll do the losers final after this video and then into the grand finals. Vici Gaming going to be the one team in there. We'll see if the Fnatic or another team will be the ones to make their entrance. But as always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you guys want to support me. That's going to be the video for today. A nice series. Enjoyed watching it overall. Vici Gaming. Someone needs to figure out what Vici Gaming's like pure strat is because it's just weird. But that's going to be it. Love you guys. That's weird. Popping the L word so early. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hype for the losers quarter or losers finals, grand finals. Peace.